So before you install these graphics and even prep your graphics, you want to make sure that if you have cut graphics, that the edges of the graphic aren't curled up. And so when you put the new graphics on there, you want to make sure they're cut back so it's a nice smooth transition. So we're going to just spray the vehicle that you're going to be installing the graphics on, and we're just using isopropyl alcohol, 70-30. You can purchase it at like Walmart. That's where we get ours from. And then we just make sure the vehicle is super clean. It's best to have the vehicle washed before you do it, and then come back with alcohol and just to make sure that everything is cleaned off the vehicle. A good temperature to do your graphic install, the substrate temperature should probably be around 70 degrees. Like 60 to 80 would be okay, but 70 is ideal. Once you get your graphics to where you figure out where you're going to put your graphics, take this is just 1-inch masking tape. You can use 1-inch or 2-inch masking tape. And I'm going to put 2 on the top 2 corners. Those are going to be my alignment points. Then I'm going to grab a tape measure. With your tape measure, you're probably going to have a copy across it. I would find a body line somewhere and measure from your bottom of your graphic, the bottom of your copy, to a certain body line. Here I'm just going to go from the 1 to the 4, tape it up there. Over here, the 1 to that 4. I'm going to go back to this side and double check it over here. Just to make sure it's set and level. Okay. We're going to keep these 2 tapes on here. That's going to be your alignment points. In the middle of your graphic, this is going to be your hinge. So from here, you can kind of take this graphic here, the top of it, put your thumbnail, or you can take a squeegee, put it on the edge there, and you're going to tear that tape in half. We don't want to use a knife, that way we don't cut on the substrate. Fold it in half. Remove your backing paper. I normally just roll this over a little bit so it holds it there. Pull out your knife. Pull this up off the vehicle. That way you don't cut the vehicle with the knife, and you don't need very much of your knife poking out, just like a click or 2. Take your graphic, roll it back over, and you're going to line up your 2 tape lines that you've created over here. Then with your squeegee, you're going to start in the middle onto your graphic that has the backing paper on it still, and you're going to use about half of your squeegee stroke, or half of your squeegee, put it in the middle of that line and go straight up with it and straight down with it. Kind of to put it at an angle here. You don't want to go straight. It could wrinkle up the vinyl. Always pushing the air towards your left side when you're working from the middle to your left. Good firm pressure. You can remove your tape. You can remove your hinge in the middle. Do the same thing to this side. Take your squeegee, take your graphic, and kind of pull back at an angle. It should tear it fairly easy for you. Same way, pull off your backing paper. Line up your tape again. Start in the middle where you've already squeegeed down. Again, a good angle. You're moving from middle to right. So you're going to push all the air towards your right side. Up and then down. Using half of that squeegee. You can remove your tape. And then I'm going to go over one more time over my edges, making sure I get the edges of that graphic down completely. And then I'll also take a heat gun. You can purchase heat guns at Lowe's, Home Depot, Harbor Freight. Doesn't need to be a fancy, expensive heat gun. I set this one at $7.50. And I'm going to go over the graphic looking for air. If I see any kind of movement in the graphic, that just tells me there's air underneath it. So if you have an air release tool or like a pin, pop that with your pin and then push that air out. As long as you have good overlaps on your squeegee strokes and you get good pressure, you shouldn't have any air. But you just want to hit these edges and everything to make sure it's down nice and tight with the heat and then with the squeegee again.